Would you support a law mandating that the highest paid employee in a company make no more than 10x the lowest paid employee? Why or why not?
They're gonna outsource the lower paid people. Edit, I'm convinced that most of you don't know what's going on. Such a law would have to be very carefully written to carry out the intent. Consider that much of the money that top people make comes from things like stock options, not actual pay. Stuff like bonuses might not be considered part of normal pay, and exempted, unless you are careful about the law. What constitutes an employee could be tricky. 15 years ago, I heard claims that people want to be free agents now, and not work for a big corporation, meaning that a corporation wouldn't have to supply benefits and such. If all a company has to do is decide that everyone below a director level is a professional service worker, not an employee, then it is a workaround. This is why a minimum wage law should be better.
No, because it's simplistic nonsense that allows for zero nuance or practicality.
No, there are plenty of creative accounting ways to get around what pay is recorded. Also, LeBron James is absolutely worth more than 10x what the arena's janitors make.
Never in any way. What I would support is every employee at any level makes enough to support their family, have food, medicine, a decent home and decent life. Anyone working 40 hours should that. If you passed that law, I would just hire my 10 wealthy friends and automate or contract out everything else.
There's no realistic way to enforce this. Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk don't get fat salaries. Their riches come from ownership stakes in the company. So limiting their salaries to 10x the lowest employee would have no real-world impact since they can just sell off stock as needed. Meanwhile, limiting the owner's stake in the company to 10x the lowest employee's wage would prevent the company from ever having real leadership.
Jesus Christ, you can tell this idea is straight from the mind of a clueless Redditor.
It's silly. Because a lot of the times the highest paid person adds a lot more than 10x the value of the lowest paid person. Ben and Jerry tried that and no one applied for the job. I mean, if you could make $10 million a year for Company X and company offered you $500,000, why would you work for Company Y?
Greetings, new CEO of McDonald's. Your decisions could crash a worldwide empire. Feel that responsibility and accept only 10x more than a burger flipper who can at best burn down one store. Yes, we aren't controlling for U.S. prices scaled against U.S. cost of living as McDonald's is worldwide. 10x more than a burger flipper in Vietnam or perhaps Sri Lanka.
No. There are too many circumstances where this doesn't make sense. Also, with creative companies it wouldn't matter. All of a sudden you don't all work for Google, you work for a contract company that happens to be owned by Google.